The most important part of any feedback conversation happens in the first 15 seconds, before you said anything that matters, before you've gotten to your point. And almost every leader gets those first 15 seconds wrong without ever knowing it. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact move that turns those 15 seconds from a landmine into a launch pad. It costs you nothing. It takes no extra time. Actually, it'll save you time. And it can scale your team's performance exponentially. Let's get into it. The problem. Here's something I've watched for 35 years inside of thousands of organizations. Marriott, Wells Fargo, the US Army, companies you've recognized, and companies that you've never heard of. And it's true in every single one of them. And if you're running a company doing 5 million or 500 million, it's true in yours as well. The entire business world is essentially illiterate when it comes to delivering feedback well. Not because leaders are bad people, the opposite. Most of them care deeply. They want to help. They simply lack the know-how. And almost everyone who has ever held a job on the receiving end of feedback delivered harshly, even confrontationally, from a place of frustration or flat-out anger. So now the brain has learned something. It has learned that feedback equals threat. And the moment you open up a feedback conversation, the receiver's brain is running a prediction. This is gonna hurt. That prediction fires before you've even said one useful word. Think about that. You approach a coach to make them better, and their brain is already braced to defend the attack. So now you're no longer having a conversation you planned. You're managing a threat response instead of exchanging information, instead of having a productive two-way conversation. Let's look at the brain's security system. Here's what's actually happening under the hood. Think of the brain like a home security system. It runs a threat alarm under 6 sensors, and it gives you 15-second entry delay the moment you walk through the door. Punch in the right code in those 15 seconds, and the system stays calm. Fumble it, and the whole house goes into lockdown before you said anything that matters. Those 6 sensors are your brain's 6 core needs: confidence, relationships, autonomy, values, ego, safety. I call this my brain C.R.A.V.E.S model, and I teach the full model in my upcoming book, Choice Mindset. But here's what you need to know in the next 5 minutes. In those first 15 seconds, you do one of two things. You either trip all 6 of those C.R.A.V.E.S sensors against the conversation, or you align all 6 for it. Watch how easy it is to trip the alarm. We need to talk. Can you come to my office? I'd like to give you some feedback. You've been doing this all wrong. None of those are malicious. Every one of them becomes catastrophic, because each one trips a sensor. We need to talk makes a verdict, not a dialogue. Come to my office fires a safety threat before content even lands. I'd like to give you feedback, puts their identity on threat or on trial. And the ego doesn't debate, it defends. 6 sensors tripped before the real conversation has even started. Now, learning to disarm all 6 of those on command in any conversation is a skill. And it's the exact skill I've built into a free feedback playbook. It's the frameworks I use with executives to deliver the feedback that opens people up instead of shutting them down. So feedback becomes the thing that grows and scales your team, not the thing they brace for. The link's in the description below, but don't grab it yet, because this next part changes how you use it. Here's a piece almost every leader misses, and it has nothing to do with the person you're giving feedback to. The fix, the 15-second supportive statement, isn't just for the person receiving the feedback, it's for you too. Think about how you walk into that conversation. Frustrated, rehearsed, the issue is probably overdue. You've been carrying around for days, so you're triggered too. That means without the right open, 2 trigger brains walk into the room, and neither one is fully available for the conversation that actually needs to happen. The disarm code doesn't just clear the receiver's alarm, it clears yours on the way in. 2 systems, 1 code. This is what I call the dual brain reset. And it's a single skill that separates leaders who have productive feedback conversations from leaders who have feedback confrontations. But here's the truth. It's not a trick, it's a skill, a learned skill. And the move is this. Before you deliver a single point, you lead with a shared purpose and a desired outcome. And as needed, set the context for the conversation. As in, last week we discussed, and then fill in the blank. That's it. And it's counterintuitive because most of us have been trained to get straight to the point. The point still matters, but the point lands completely differently depending on what comes before it. A strong opening supportive statement does three things at the same time. Number one, it names a topic without tripping the threat. Two, it frames a conversation as collaborative, not corrective. Three, it implies the person is capable instead of questioning whether they are. When all three are present, the brain stays open, and the conversation you plan to have becomes the conversation that actually happens. Listen to the difference here. Instead of, "You're not performing at the level we need," say, "Let's talk through a few core practices that will set you up for stronger results." Instead of, "We need to talk," say, "I have some ideas that will make a real difference for you. Let's discuss and get on the same page." Instead of, "Your voice doesn't carry in meetings," say, "Your voice matters in meetings. And reflecting on yesterday's meeting, let's talk about how to maximize it moving forward." Same topic, same issue, same honesty. The one arms the brain against you, and the other one opens it up. The supportive statement doesn't soften the feedback. It doesn't shrink the problem. It doesn't protect anyone from the hard truth. It makes the brain available to receive it. That is a completely different thing. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. "Michael, that's fine for the small stuff, but what about the serious conversation, the repeated violation, the real failure, the relationship that's broken down?" Here's the answer, and it's the part most feedback training gets backwards. The high-stakes conversation should be more honest, not less supportive. Watch this. I care about your success here, and I want to have an honest conversation about something important. I respect your contribution too much not to be direct with you about something that has to change. That's not softening anything. That's telling the truth about why the conversation is even happening, because you do care. That's the whole reason that you're in the room. Say that part out loud, and the brain stays open even when the message is hard. See, here's what I want you to do. Before your next feedback conversation, any of them, write your opening line first. Not the feedback, the open, the first 15 seconds. Make it past 3 tests. Does it name it without the threat? Does it sound like we, not you need to, or how they matter to the team? Does it imply they're capable? 15 seconds, 6 C.R.A.V.E.S sensors, one direction or the other. The supportive statement decides which. Get the first 15 seconds right, and you don't just improve one conversation. You change how the entire team receives growth, and that is how you scale performance exponentially. If this shifted how you think about feedback, subscribe. This channel is built on giving you the strategies most leaders are never taught. Now, if you want to know the 3 employee behaviors that are slowly destroying your company, watch this video right here. You might have 1 or 2 of them. I'm Michael Saletta. I'll see you there.